In this video, we're going to talk all about the new xTool screen printer. You'll learn what it is, what it can do, and why you might want to add this to your craft room. So first things first, what is screen printing? This is an age-old method that uses a partially masked screen to transfer ink to an object like a shirt or a piece of paper. It's a great way to make a large quantity of one design. You can make these designs in single color or multicolored and layered. The next question we want to ask is why use a laser to make screens? Using a laser is an easier and faster process for creating these screens. Take a look at an earlier piece that I did showing a more traditional way to make screens for printing. It's effective, but it's much more labor intensive. If you already own a laser, getting a screen printer from xTool is a nice addition, allowing you to make more items to sell in your shop. This screen printer is nicely compatible with the S1 and the D1. It can also work with a few alterations with the F1 and the M1 machines. You could actually use this with a variety of different lasers with a few alterations. Today we're going to take a look at the screen printer, and I'm going to show you how it works with the xTool S1. So let's talk about what comes in the box. You are going to get this colorful box inside of your big one and that screen printer right there. Now this is the multicolor kit. And since I've had this open for a while, I'm going to use the manual to show you what I have. It's a great manual. It's in a ton of different languages. That's why it's so big. But if we open it up here, this is the basic kit that you can purchase. In this kit, you get the screen printer, you get one frame and a couple of different screens, a few basic colors, your squeegee, everything else you need to kind of get started. The multicolor kit is what I have. This comes with 4 frames and a whole bunch of screens. It also comes with a few extra colors. This multicolor kit is going to help you do just a ton of projects. Every kit is going to come with these 3 framing pieces. You're also going to get this piece right here. This is for the D1. So if you are using your screen printer with your D1, you're going to use these to help align your frame inside your laser, and this tells you exactly how to set it up. These 2 smaller fixing pieces can actually be used inside the S1 to position your screen, but you don't have to use them, and I'm choosing not to use them in this demonstration. So the first thing we want to do is put a screen into a frame. The multicolor kit comes with 4 of these packages, and in this package are 3 screens. This is what the screen looks like. It has the actual screen right here, some extra pieces on the side for putting it in the frame. Then if I flip it over, I've got a piece of cardboard. The multicolor kit comes with 4 frames. That's really nice if you want to do layered designs because you want to leave your screen inside the frame. So let's do that. Let's set it up. We're going to grab one of these frames. This is the top. We're going to flip it over. This is the back. So we're going to open up these levers on all 3 sides. I am going to go through this step by step, but I have to say that xTool does an excellent job of laying out in the manual exactly how to do this part. I'm just going to point out a few places that were a little bit of sticking points for me. Maybe they'll help make sense to you. So we're going to take our screen and put it cardboard side down on top of the frame. We want to make sure that the cardboard is inside this rectangle here. These are fixing pins. They're going to help us put the screen in the frame really tightly. So I'm going to lift this side up. What we're doing is sticking it into this slot right here so it sits in there nicely. But we're going to do that over the top of the screen. It's okay to use a little force. You're going to put it in on a 45-degree angle. Just make sure the cardboard stays in the center. Once it's in all the way, you're just going to push it down flat. Don't close these levers just yet. Now we're going to do that on the other 2 sides. On this side here, there are no levers, but there still is a place to put the framing pin. So before we close up these levers and tighten them, we are going to flip this whole thing over And we're going to remove this piece of cardboard. This is the knife used for spreading the ink. Works really well for this step too. We do not need this cardboard again, so once you pull it up, if it rips or something, that is okay. So we want to make sure all of our fixing pins are flat, and then we're going to close these levers. Now it's nice and tight. With the screen all ready to go, we're going to go put this inside the laser. So again, this works with either the D1 or the S1. I have the S1. I'm just going to open my machine and put it on the inside. We're going to place it upside down, so kind of the flat part is facing up. And I just want to make note of which side is going to be the top of the screen, so I better know how to orient my image. I place mine right in the center, kind of pulled all the way forward. Okay, I'm in xTool Creative Space. I have my machine hooked up via USB. That screen is already inside of it. So over here, instead of choosing the flat laser, we are going to do screen print. And I've already selected, or I have pre-selected the coded screen. Make sure you find that. That's just going to adjust your settings for you. And now the laser head is placed right over the top of the screen. We are going to auto measure for distance. Now over here, this has already selected our screen size. There are two different options, and so technically that is the size of my screen, but I still am going to do marking because I want to make sure that I've placed my screen in the right place and my design gets put correctly. So we're going to do marking just like you would for any other piece that you're cutting or engraving. This is a rectangle, and I'm going to go to the machine and set 2 points. The 2 points I'm setting are as big as I can go on this screen, but I want to make sure that I'm not setting a point that is over the metal part of the screen. So now on the screen, I have this grayish colored box. That is where my screen is. So let's import an image. So I actually imported 2 layers here because we're going to make a multicolor design. Both of these are PNG files. And I'm going to work with them while they're together. So the first thing I want to do is select everything and size it. I want this to be about 7.5 inches. Then I want to remember my orientation of my screen. On the right-hand side here is where the top of the screen is. So I am going to put the paint here and then squeegee down. So I'm going to take this, we're going to rotate it about 90 degrees. Just make sure it's centered. Then I want to reflect it. You're going to get a warning up here, but essentially we are engraving from the back of the screen, and so we need to engrave backwards. So now we are going to work with some layers here. I am going to select this top layer here and move it to, let's say, the red one. And I am going to hide that one for just a second. When engraving, so now when working with this layer here, we really want it to be black and white because I don't want different shades on my screen printing. I just want it to be solid. The other one here, I don't need to change that one at all because it's already black. So I have 2 layers because we are going to make 2 screens to add different colors. Everything is together exactly where it should be. I'm going to highlight both and we're going to go over and create some settings. The settings that come up here are what is recommended for the S1 with a 40 watt laser head. They're going to be a little bit different if you're using the D1 or if you're using a 20 watt. In the tests I've done, I've found that I want this to be a little bit bigger power. We're going to go up to 280 for speed. Keep it at 1 pass, keep it at 200 lines per centimeter. This has worked really well for me. There is a link in the description to an article from xTool that has a test file in it. I highly recommend reading that article and going through the test file the first time you work with the screen printer. In my tests, this works really well for me. So now what we want to do is engrave the first layer. So I'm going to click on layer 2 and up on the top right here, I'm going to hit ignore. So we're not going to engrave that. And then I'm going to click this little eye and we're going to hide it. So we are only working with layer 1 It's visible on my screen, and it says output and not ignore. So now we can go ahead and frame it. Framing is really just the process of going to look at the laser, watching the laser head go, and understanding that where your design is going to show up on the screen. I find this just peace of mind that I know I'm in the right spot. So I framed it and it's in a really good spot, so I'm going to hit framing complete. If I wanted to move it a little bit, I need to make sure that I move both layers together, but I don't. We're good with layer 1. So now we can go down to process. Got an estimated time in there. That's a lot of engraving, so it does take a little while. Let's hit start and we can go ahead and get this engraved. When this is done engraving, we can remove the screen from the laser and put in a brand new screen. Back in Creative Space, we're going to click Ignore on the layer that we already engraved and Output on the next layer. And then we can process this the same way. So let's set up the screen printer. We have this big base here. And now we're going to put the magnetic board on top of it. This is just a wooden board with a grid. And on the back, there's some slots that line up with pegs on the screen printer. There's also magnets, so it's going to stick to the metal really well. Once it's on here, we can fine tune it with these 3 knobs in the front. On top of this wooden board, we can place an adhesive mat. You don't need this for all projects, but it's really helpful when you want to line things up and you want them to stay in place. I'm going to screen print on this canvas tote. This comes with the kit. It's a great place to start. I'm going to lay it on my mat and position it just how I want it. We are going to take the screen that we just lasered and insert it right here, and then close these latches. Now I can move the screen up and down. With the screen in place, I can lower it down and then adjust the knob and press it tightly against the canvas bag and then tighten the knob. Now we're going to add some paint. You have everything you need to create this project in the kit. So I'm going to use red and yellow to create kind of a swirl pattern. I'm going to scoop it out with the little knife that's included, place it above the engraved screen, and just put a little bit of both colors. Then I'm going to use the squeegee that comes with the kit, and I'm going to pull that paint down through the screen so it gets applied to the canvas tote. You want to pull it down a couple times, making sure that you get a lot of paint in there. Don't use too much pressure or it's going to spread and bleed. When I pull up my screen, I've got a beautiful looking first layer. Now I'm going to let this dry completely before adding the next layer. While the paint is still wet on the screen, I'm going to detach this, take it over to my sink, and wash both sides of it. I can leave it attached to the frame to do this. And when it's all clean, I'm just going to pat it dry and then stand it up vertically to finish any drying that it needs. I'm going to insert a new screen the same way I did the first one. I'm just going to attach it, close those levers, and lower it down. I can use the knobs to fine tune the placement to make sure that my second layer lines up perfectly with my first. I'm just going to use some black ink for this top layer, repeating the same process. When you are all done screen printing, there's a couple things you can do. You can leave these screens in their frames and store them as is, especially if you're using something that you're going to make a lot of, like maybe a logo or a design that is unique to your business. You can also remove the screens from the frame and store them that way. The process that xTool has set up for adding and removing a screen from a frame is so much simpler than it is with traditional screen printing, so you are able to remove them from the frame and then reuse them. You can purchase more frames and more screens depending on your needs. There's some links down in the description to check that out. So that was an overview of the brand new xTool screen printer and how I am using it with my S1. If you have any further questions, drop them down in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I am here every week with new videos to help you move forward on your creative journey. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.